welcome to another one. Timeless personal growth and development. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about living your life on autopilot and how to correct it and how to gain the passion back in your life. We always get stuck in these routines all the time. I do it too. Life is a routine. Life's a pattern. You go to work, come home, turn on the TV, grab a drink, read a book, go to bed, and do the same routine over and over again. We learned that in school. We're kids. We get up in the morning, pack our bags, pack our lunch, go to school, same routine over and over again. But when you're a kid, life is kind of a playground. You're kind of experiencing all this life stuff for the first time. And as you grow older, you forget that life is meant to be enjoyed. You forget that life is kind of a playground. And somewhere along the line of adulthood, we kind of forget that. And then we follow the same narrative that everybody does. Go to work 9 to 5, get your paycheck every 2 weeks, pay your bills, and do the same thing. Go through the same damn hamster wheel over and over and over again. And we have points in our life where we're trying something new for the first time, and it's fun, it's engaging, it's stimulating. But then we get used to this pattern and then this routine, and we get stuck in this routine, and the enjoyment or the newness of this experience kind of wears off. And then we get stuck in that routine. And we get stuck in a routine that's familiar, that's easy, that's comfortable. But is it really doing anything for you? Sure, you're comfortable. Sure, you pick up your paycheck every 2 weeks. You got a roof on your head. You got food in your belly. You can sleep in a nice, warm, cozy bed. But where do you find truly that interest? Truly find that passion in your life? Where you wake up and you're excited to doing whatever you're doing. You're excited to go to work. How do you find that? Find it by doing things that are uncomfortable. Doing things that cause you just a little bit of stress. Sometimes that little bit of stress in your life is helpful, and it's also very rewarding. So when you get stuck in these same routines, these same patterns over and over and over again, it's comforting. It gives us a sense of comfort. But it can get incredibly stale and boring, and we just our brain goes on autopilot, and we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Ask yourself that. Are you doing that routine over and over again? And you don't do anything new. You don't challenge yourself. You don't have any new experiences. But you do the same routine because it's comfortable and easy, and it's what you've always done. You don't venture out into doing other things. Maybe in a situation where you can't go out and do other things. But we don't want, maybe you don't want to venture out and do new things because that can cause discomfort. That can cause a lot of stress. So we don't. We accept mediocrity. We accept our routine. We accept our little bubble, our little box that we've created for ourselves, and we just keep doing whatever we're doing. But we don't really do it with any true interest. Just do it with any true passion. We just do it because that's what we've been told that we have to do, or that's what we've always done, and don't really want to venture out and doing anything else. Well, then 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 15 years go by. Before you know it, you're 40, 45, 50, and then you look back and I literally did the same job, the same routine week in, week out, weekend in, weekend out, over and over and over again. And then you look back on the highlights of your life. There's no real highlights because you just did the same old ass thing over and over and over again, and then you look back on it, you don't really have any highlights or any good memories. But where does that start? Well, it starts somewhere along the line in adulthood. So, when we're young, late teens, early 20s, we're, discovering the world. We're finally in adulthood for the first time. We have a lot of freedom to do stuff, to do what adults do. But then when you reach your late 20s, early 30s, okay, you got to start being responsible. You got to go to work, got to earn money, And then, I guess depending on people's personality, we get scared and worried about venturing out and doing new things. Because we just got to be responsible. We have obligations. We have family. We have friends that depend on us. So we just got to keep doing and following the same hamster wheel over and over and over again. And I've been through this, and if you're someone that's going through this too, you're stuck in the same routine, stuck in the same hamster wheel, and you just find a lot of boredom and a lot of staleness into your life. You need to ask yourself, why am I doing this? What purpose does this serve? And I mean purpose, I mean internal purpose. Is this emotionally satisfying, emotionally stimulating for me doing this? Because you may be paying the bills and doing what you have to do, but is this emotionally stimulating? And if it's not, you need to start finding something of interest to you. Find something that pushes you and challenges you a little bit. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone because it's easy and comfortable. This the world we live in and created now. Everything is at our disposal. Everything. We want food ordered to our door. We use our phone. We don't really need to do anything. We want any kind of sexual access. We go online and get what we need to do. And that's it. There's no challenge. There's no pushing. What creates passion? What creates, a fun, enjoyable life? Pushing yourself, being a little bit stressed at times, but stressed in a good way. Stressed in a very good way. About this week, a year ago, I went into my first jiu-jitsu class, and I was intimidated going in there. I sat in their class for an hour. I just watched. I observed. And it was about a week later. I'm like, all right, I'll try this class for myself. And it's been this week. It'll be a year of doing jiu-jitsu. A year in, and I look back. I'm like, look what I did in a year. Because I refuse to sit in mediocrity. I refuse to sit and think to myself, oh, gee, I would like to do that. That would be really fun. Well, instead of sitting around thinking what you would like to do, go and do it. I found a school near my home, jiu-jitsu school. I went there a year ago. I sat in a class. I'm like, it's intimidating, but I'm going to push myself through it anyway. And that's a year later. I look at all the work, all the training, all the skill that I've built up since then. And that challenging yourself and getting yourself out of that autopilot routine, yeah, it takes discipline to be able to push yourself through that. Push yourself through that, and you'll see where you end up on the other side. Because a lot of people, we get stuck in our same routines, we get stuck on autopilot all the time, and we don't want to move outside of that comfort zone, out of that box, to find what we're truly interested in. Yeah, well, people might judge us. People might have their own opinions. Screw that. Who cares? You go do what you want to do. Go do what's of interest to you, what makes you feel alive, what gives you passion in your life. To hell with everybody else. Go do it. On that note, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do me a big favor. Like and subscribe. Timeless Personal Growth and Development. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.